Hi, in this video we'll be exploring the Flower of Life symbol, its mysterious origins, spiritual symbolism, and what it means in sacred geometry. Plus, I'll be showing you 3 ways you can actually use this metaphysical symbol in your life. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Ethan Lazzarini and I'm the author of 3 crystal healing books, including the Amazon bestseller, Crystal Grid's Power. First, let's look at the history of the Flower of Life. This symbol has quite an unusual backstory behind it. It's the sort of symbol that can lead you down a research rabbit hole until 3 in the morning. In fact, I have some revelations on one of the historic depictions that I haven't seen anyone else talking about on YouTube. Although the Flower of Life has been found all around the world, it appears to be suspiciously ignored in most history books, and because of this, it has remained relatively unknown to most people, until the last few decades, thanks to a book, which I will get into in a minute. The symbol was spotted by crystal healing author Katrina Raphael while she was visiting the ancient temples of Abydos in Egypt. The Flower of Life appears several times high on the megalithic stone pillars of the Osirion, also known as the Temple of Osiris. Katrina shared these photos of the Egyptian Flower of Life with the author and spiritual teacher Drunvalo Melchizedek. It's not always clear when you're looking at black and white photos that the symbols are actually in red ink or paint. Some look like they have been drawn with tiny dots. And these ruins are nearly 6,000 years old, so these are the oldest examples of the Flower of Life that we have found. But wait, the age of the symbols is now being disputed. We all assumed that these symbols were 6,000 years old. There is some small graffiti just to the left of the left Flower of Life symbol in the same coloured paint as the symbol itself, and this is in the Greek language. Part of it has been deciphered to read Theos Nilos, apologies if you are Greek, which has been translated to mean the god of the Nile. So it's possible that the symbols were added here later by the ancient Greeks, who were also interested in sacred geometry. There's even a theory that they were put here by Pythagoras, who, as we know from historical records, was initiated into the Egyptian priesthood, or one of his students, while they were visiting the area. Now, of course, we need to get the paint that's used on these walls tested so we can match and make sure this is actually true. It's not been 100% proven. What do you guys think to this? Do you think it's possible? Regardless of their origins or age, Drunvalo Melchizedek's book, The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life, brought this symbol to the world. He and his readers began finding the symbol in different countries. I believe he may have also coined the name the Flower of Life. Here is the Flower of Life pattern carved into an ancient Assyrian stone door. This was from an excavation of the Palace of Nineveh in what is now modern-day Iraq, and it's over 2,600 years old. And if you look at the flowers around the edge of the door, they look a lot like Egyptian lotus flowers. This is a cup or chalice found at the archaeological site of Idalion in Cyprus, and it's made of electrum and gold, and this artifact is believed to date as far back as the 7th century BC. This is a large Roman floor mosaic found in the city of Ephesus in what is modern-day Turkey now, and it dates from around 100 BC. The Flower of Life pattern can be seen again here wrapped around a ball which is being held by the statue of a guardian lion at the Gate of Supreme Harmony in the Forbidden City in Beijing, China. Now, I've also heard these are found in other parts of Asia, including Thailand and Indonesia. You can also see this symbol at the sacred site of the Golden Temple in the city of Amritsar, Punjab, in India. And this one appears to be inlaid into a marble floor. So these diagrams are from Leonardo da Vinci's drawings from the Codex Atlanticus, which actually dates back to between 1478 and 1519. Just mind-boggling. And this is a Flower of Life window on a church at the Preveli Monastery in Crete, and the buildings were built during the Middle Ages. And I've spotted these windows on people's holiday photos that appear to be either other locations or on other buildings, and no one seems to mention them. It's as if people don't see this symbol until it's pointed out to them. And this is just a small fraction of the places this symbol has been found around the world. It's been found in England, Israel, Tibet, Spain, France, and Japan. People just keep finding it in different places every year, and it's often found around or near temples or sacred sites. There are some people trying to debunk this symbol, saying that it is meaningless. So, all this spiritual and esoteric stuff aside, just a little bit of background about me. I'm someone who's coming from the point of view of someone that went to art college for 3 years, where I studied art history, and then I went on to university to study for 2 years to get a degree in graphic design, which is visual communication. And I even wrote my dissertation on the meaning of signs and symbols. I will include links to the sources and the things I've referenced in this video in the description below if you want to do your own research. Now, you're free to believe whatever you want, but we need to be real here. The Flower of Life symbol is not a simple symbol like a circle or a triangle. It's complex, and it takes a lot of time and work to hand draw, carve, or etch this symbol accurately. Now, you'll need a compass or something to measure specific angles and degrees to get this to look right. Ancient people did not put random and meaningless symbols on temples, churches, or palaces. There must have been a very special reason for these to be included. Flower of Life symbol is constructed of 19 overlapping circles at 60-degree angles, and these create a 6-petaled flower pattern that repeats throughout. It's sometimes encircled by 1 or 2 additional circles. The pattern can extend beyond endlessly. The Flower of Life is a hexagonal symbol. The flower is like a 6-pointed star similar to a hexagram, and the small petals are formed by another sacred symbol called the Vesica Pisces. Now, I can count 90 of these, with a bigger Vesica Pisces being created from 5 smaller ones. It's also filled with triangles, and many other symbols can be found within it if you overlay them, including the Merkaba star, the Seed of Life, and the Tree of Life. Most, if not all, sacred geometry symbols and whole alphabets can be found within its structure. Before I get into the meaning and uses of this symbol, if you found this video to be helpful or interesting so far, then please give it a thumbs up. This will help others be able to find this video too, and please subscribe if you want more videos like this. We can see the geometry of the Flower of Life throughout nature, in 6-petaled flowers, the Vesica Pisces within seeds, the hexagonal geometry within snowflakes. Bees create their honeycomb using these geometries, and the hexagonal crystal structure of crystals and gemstones such as quartz, rubies, emeralds, and aquamarine. Now take a look at this. When X-rays are passed through the mineral beryl to reveal its atomic structure, a pattern similar to the Flower of Life can be seen. Isn't that amazing? I found this article showing beryl when put under an electron microscope. Doesn't that look familiar? Some see the repeating and radiating circles to echo the process of cell division at the start of human life. To help understand and decode this symbol in sacred geometry, we need to look at its key elements. Circles represent the cycles of life, nature, and the cosmos. They symbolize the sun, the moon, and our planet Earth. Circles also represent a continuous flow of energy, wholeness, and divine unity, among other things. The Vesica Pisces is a feminine symbol. It represents the gateway of conception and birth. You'll have to use your imagination on this one. It symbolizes the cycle of new life, rebirth, and regeneration. We also see it in flower petals, leaves, and seeds, and the Vesica Pisces can represent a portal to the spiritual world and creation in the physical world. The root of all hexagonal geometry is the number 6, and this is a number of balance, harmony, and union. Hexagrams can symbolize spirit and matter merging together. Now let's pull this all together. As we've seen, the flower of life contains the structure of many things in nature, the cosmos, and sacred geometry. It can be seen as the energetic framework behind life, nature, and creation. The symbol has been described as holding the blueprint for the entire universe. Because the pattern is so perfectly interconnected and infinite, it represents how everything, including all living things, are physically and spiritually connected to each other and the planet. The perfectly proportioned hexagonal pattern symbolizes balance and natural order. Because it's drawn only with feminine curved lines, it represents harmony. The flower of life is a symbol of divine creation and the creative forces of nature. It teaches us that everything starts off as a spiritual form before manifesting in the physical. It teaches us that our inner world and our outer world are connected. So, this makes it a symbol of manifestation. So all this information is fascinating, but how can you actually use this symbol? You can do a visual meditation with the flower of life. This is similar to how you use a mandala, and you need an image of the flower of life, and then you would look at it and take some slow breaths while staring at the center of the symbol, and then just allow your eyes to be naturally drawn to different parts of the design. Shapes will form and disappear, and it's in these moments that you might get some kind of personal insights into the symbol or find out what it means for you. You can use the flower of life as a base for a crystal grid. This symbol works well in crystal grids for balance, manifesting, or healing, and because it encompasses everything and represents the universe, it's an all-purpose symbol that can support almost any intention. So check out my book Crystal Grids Power for a complete guide to making crystal grids and a practical guide to sacred geometry if you're interested. So this symbol appears at several temples and holy sites, so you could keep your spiritual items such as tarot decks, oracle cards, or crystals inside a box or bag with this symbol on it, and this symbol will help keep your items in a sacred space and keep that energy balanced. You could also place this symbol on an altar and place it underneath candles or an incense burner, and this will help manifest your intentions. What other locations do you know of that have the flower of life, and what does this symbol mean to you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see how I use the flower of life to make a healing crystal grid, check out one of the videos appearing on screen now.